Soundclash is like two or more sound systems going at it in a musical battle to see who could be greater.
Whoever gets the most forward, whoever moves the crowd the most, whoever plays the best.
Which sound are the better sound, the more entertaining sound, the sound of the best songs them, you know? Which sound are the crowd pleaser for the night?
Competition drives the world.
For me, I love Soundclash because even as a kid, I was always competitive. I love to play baseball. You know what I'm saying? Baseball was my thing, basketball.
I'm young, I'm always competitive. If you know me personally, you know I'm a very competitive person. I love Soundclash because, you know, from sports, from playing basketball to it kind of translated to music.
I get to compete with the music that I love, so
I love the sound system part of the thing too. Unlike a juggling dance where every selector have the opportunity to have the same set of music, not every sound has certain songs, you know, and that's what makes it spicy, the creativity behind everything.
I think the only way to make a Soundclash spicy is when both sets are at the top of their game.
Get an artist to rewrite a song, this in the next sound.
And going at it neck and neck. And when that crowd leaves, it's so hard to make a decision that you have a lot of different debates after the event. Because this set of people think one sound won and that set of people think the other sound won. And it's so debatable that it's talked about for years.
I grew up, I see my father and my uncle them play sound from a little youth, you know what I mean? From all a sound named Dan Rubin out of Spanish Town.
In the 90s was when I absolutely fell in love with Soundclash.
First time I ever really heard of Soundclash was like when I was like 9, back in Barbados. I used to spend all my summers in Barbados, so that's where my parents are from. So yeah, we on the pasture or whatever, we playing football or whatever, and you know what I mean, they would be beating a clash, but you would hear the tunes, and you know what I mean, that's where I kind of, it grew on me.
My father always used to send me boom boxes, and when he sends me the boom boxes for like Christmas or my birthday, he would also send cassettes. And he sent me a Waggy T versus Roddy Gun, and I believe that was the first time I actually paid full attention to the dub plate part of Soundclash, because before then it was more live artists.
I mean, I've been doing this for a couple of years now. I think I had my first clash when I was probably like 16, and I've been at it ever since. I just like to play music and leave my mark, and in that, playing better than the other person. That's really it. It could be a juggling dance, it could be anything. Yeah.
What did me learn from Danny Jordan's The Elder?
The legendary selector that inspired me was Lion Face, formerly of King Addies. That's the true selector that inspired me to take up this whole Soundclash thing and really try to take it to another level.
I mean, all the legendary selectors inspired me, from Face, the great Babyface.
Ricky Trooper. You know, as a kid growing, watching Ricky Trooper clash, how arrogant he was, how disrespectful he was. He was like, you know, full of confidence. He used to bounce around like, oh.
Then you also had Johnny of Bodyguard and Squingy. I'm talking about when they're selecting, because a lot of people don't know Squingy was a selector.
Mataran, from Squingy Panta, Johnny God. But me personally, I take something from every one of them and make it my own.
You have DJ Polish, you got Jimmy Split from King Shine, Killer Mike from Prodigy, DJ Ream Champion Squad.
I rate every selector, every sound man, every person that could get on the stage and play music in front of people, because that's not easy. It looks easy to the average person, but it's not easy.
I ain't gonna forget Nashin Fire, you already know.
From the selector with the biggest name to the DJ that's trying to think, because it's a lot of work that goes on in the background of this thing. We're getting tunes together, setting your cue points, actually learning the music from different areas, not just, oh, I know this tune is a hot tune. It's a lot of work that goes into it. So I respect everybody that's putting in the work and doing their thing.
I like the fact that, you know, they're competitive.
Innocent is a good sound with a lot of history as well, and they're not just a young sound, they're a sound that's been out for years.
Addies is one of them sounds that's gonna keep you on your toes, and they're also gonna motivate you. Like, when you hear Addies, you're gonna get really motivated. There's sounds out there you could clash that, you know, you just take it as a booking and it's business. But when it comes to Addies, you know, that motivation is there. And I'm not gonna say very few, but there's not a lot of sounds that can motivate you in the way that King Addies can motivate you.
It was a good clash. 3 sounds, Addies, Innocent, and a sound called Broken Silence. Good sound. We won that dance. I think that was like my 3rd or 4th year on Addies.
I wasn't there. Big up to Neely and Juxie. Them go out there and defend the thing. I couldn't make it because my father-in-law had passed and I was in Jamaica for a few months. So that's all I could say for that dance.
Atlanta Clash was a good clash.
The first 2 rounds, we did win the clash, you know, we did have the crowd. And you know, Dapper final gear, 3rd, 4th round. I think he probably beat us by like 1 song in tune for tune, you know what I mean? So the clash got a distance. It wasn't a lack of, you know, it wasn't bias, cause we get forward, them get forward. We just didn't capitalize on certain things like we should have.
Man, you know, the first round I went in there, did what I had to do. I think we all know, it's no secret. You playing against a sound like King Addies, they gonna come in there, try to get rid of your anthems and all of this, try to get rid of a lot of your music that they feel like you rely on. So when I won the coin toss, I decided to play first so I could help Addies get rid of some of my songs. Second round, whew, laptop was acting up and everything. And when the laptop was acting up, I just couldn't hold the crowd that second round. And that was the round that Addies should have took as the opportunity to actually take over the dance and command. I believe they failed at that. So 3rd round, I came in, I stepped it up a notch, and it was history from there. Innocent, victorious.
Dapper not run and we not run either. So, you know that go already.
It could be a rivalry, yeah, because it's history there. I've known Dapper for years.
Me and Penn has been going at it for years. This is something that was brewing before he was even on Addies. Do I see this as a rivalry? Yes. I'm never gonna be an easy stepping stone for Kingpin, and I don't think he's ever gonna make it easy for me to win.
I don't think of this as a rematch. I think this is what the culture needs. I feel like if you clash somebody in 2005, there's no reason why you should be clashing them again. The next time you clash them again is 2024. That's what's killing this business, and it's lame.
You know, nobody wants to really hold that L. You know, everybody wants to get back the good get back. Rematches are definitely important.
And then they have the audacity to put it big on the flyer for the first time in 20 years. That's lame, bro. That's killing the business.
And plus, it keeps the rivalry going.
You clash one time and then you just no clash again. It doesn't make sense.
Because if there's 2 bad songs, it should not just be reserved to that one night in Brooklyn. It should be all over the place. If it was in Brooklyn, it should be able to go in Bronx, or it should be able to go to Connecticut or Boston or Florida, or the next month another promoter in England supposed to be like, yeah man, let's take that dance. I like that dance. Let's see if the crowd will come out to see it in England. You know what I mean? It's entertainment. It's a show. It's supposed to keep going.
And it also gives the fans a chance to say, hey, yeah, my sound beat your sound this time, blah, blah, blah.
You know what I mean? The sound's supposed to play and generate fans and generate funds, and yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. So I'm not going to say it's a rematch, but it's supposed to be like this. It's what the business is supposed to be like, in my opinion.
If 2 sounds clash and there's no rematch, more than likely then the first clash just didn't even mean anything. You know, I'm a Brooklyn youth, grew up in Flatbush. I'm not really worried about nothing going wrong or going south or nothing like that. I know how to keep it professional.
What's the worst that can happen? You lose, you just fight another day, you know what I mean?
It breaks ice. It shows that you're that sound.
Makes you stronger, makes you more, you know what I mean? Makes you a better selector.
When you could actually defeat the fears of clashing in hostile territory, it shows that you're here to stay, and you deserve to be here.
I mean, you gotta prove yourself.